Welcome to MySchool Training. In this tutorial, we'll be looking into the admissions workflow, core of the MySchool Admissions module. Workflows are applications. A submitter starts a workflow either as a guardian or as a student themselves. They continue down the steps to a decision. A school can have as many workflows as they need active at any time. Let's open a new workflow and look at the options. We can start a new workflow in this case. You need to go to the Admissions Configuration panel. In the first card, you can see all workflows that are active. Deactivated ones are shown as grey and are at the bottom of the list. Click Add to open a new workflow. The title is shown to the submitter, so it should clearly state the target audience for the applicant. If you have different workflows for your primary and secondary school levels, make sure it is clearly outlined. It's always good advice to add a year as well. You can reuse a workflow over multiple years, so it just needs to be updated on a yearly basis. There are two types of workflow, one for new students and one for existing students and their intent for enrolment. This video will focus on new students. Add an email for the admissions department. All communications from this module will show this address as the sender. The description field is shown to the submitter. It should provide information about the workflow and outline the steps. It should help the submitter make the right choice and set a clear outline of your application process. If you are using a points system, then choose which ones apply to this workflow. Check or uncheck the points you wish to apply. Points can help in the decision process when working with waitlistings or controlled tight capacity. Point system will only work if you ask a points question in one of your forms, so if you don't want to use it, then ignore this section of the workflow. By default, the workflow will be open for all of your system years. In reality, it should only be applied to the current or future years. If no future years are showing here, this means that they are not yet created. Add them in the Year Management configuration page. You can design workflows for each class level or school level in your system, or just have one workflow for your entire school. You can add a date range to the workflow to allow submitters a time frame to apply. After this date range, the workflow will no longer show on the My Applications page for submitters. We strongly advise to test your workflow before going live. Enter a small date range to allow for this. It can be adjusted accordingly before you go live. In MySchool Admissions, the submitter is the person who fills out the forms. If you allow students to apply, then please contact our support team to enable the adult submitter options on your system. In this case, we're going to replicate a normal K-12 workflow, where one guardian will be the submitter for their dependent student. Workflows are built on steps, and each step will assign a status to the applicant once completed. The system defaults are shown here, but you can add your own to each workflow. Each status has an internal and external name. The submitter can see this on My Applications once they have started a workflow. The step will also be shown on the applicant admin list view. Let's add a new status and add a symbol from the list. Choose a colour from the palette. We won't go into too much detail about the status settings, as this is covered by their own tutorial attached to the status article in our knowledge base. Now let's start building the steps for the workflow. Every workflow is based on a series of linear steps, which are either internal or external, requiring the submitter or the admissions team to complete a form. Each step will need some type of form and a status. If you have not created a form yet, please check out the form builder video, as you will need at least one form to build your workflow correctly. Add a step and click on the cog icon to open the step options slide over. First step is going to be asking for the submitter to fill out a form with basic details, allowing the team to check on the eligibility of the applicant student. We change this to an external step. This step should always be visible to the submitting guardian. Let's add that placeholder form. It is a simple form to help you build your workflows. Later, you can create your forms based on the steps you have added to the workflow. In this case, we just want to check out the operational flow of the admissions process. Each step, when completed, can have an external and internal mail. In this example, when the submitting guardian has filled out the form, they will receive a mail, thanking them for their interest and provide insights into the expectations and what happens next. We can also create an internal mail to notify a distribution group. We can also create an internal mail to notify a distribution group, in this case the admissions team. For the second step, we're going to add an internal step. This will be so that the team can check out the initial form and make the first decision based on eligibility and capacity within the target year and class level for the applicant. Following this step, the submitter will be required Following this step, the submitter will be required to pay the application fee. So we will set the status to be payment requested. When the team has completed this, the submitter will see that they are expected to pay to be able to continue. Set the form to be internal and not show to the submitter. It is important not to share internal steps with the submitter. Add the placeholder form as well. Internal steps can use the same forms as external steps. Or why not create a checklist for the team to show they have verified all the required information and approved the submission. For this step, we are just going to send an automated mail to the submitter to confirm they can proceed to pay. A workflow will comprise of both internal and external steps to be able to process the application to hopefully a successful enrolment. Contact our team if you need any help in designing your workflows. We can now have a look at the other step types available in the module. If you have activated our tuition management module, you can add an online payment step using a Stripe account. You should not use the payment step if you do not have tuition management enabled. For the payment step, it is always external and should be shown to the submitter. Choose from the list of appropriate accounts. If you do not have an application fee account, you can create these in the configuration panel for tuition management. Add an initial fee and a reapplication fee. We have the option to enable or disable automated mails. In this case, we will not create these. Another step type is the reference request step. This will show a simple form for the submitter requesting them to enter the contact details for a specified referee. Each referee will receive an email asking them to submit a written reference for the applicant student. Note that communications from the referees is not handled by MySchool, so provide clear details about the format and also a contact email address for them to reply to. For the final step, we will choose a payment plan step type. This will only work again if you have the tuition management module activated. Payment plans need to be created first. It will give the submitter a simple form so that they can choose their appropriate payment plan. They will also have the ability to sign an online payment contract. For more details on the payment plans or the payment plan step, check out the relevant articles in our support site.